Right. Good morning, students. Let us start some basic concepts of chemistry. Students, in chemistry, if you want to understand chemistry, particularly numerical chemistry, you need to understand basics. So even in NEET exam also, this year NEET exam, there are many questions came based on the basic concepts only. Okay, so let us discuss some basic things which you need to remember, very important. Students, we study atom, molecule. Right, let's start with first atom. Okay, so what is the meaning of atom and where we study atom, about atom? So we have studied about atom in first PUC, 11th standard. So this atom was discovered by Dalton, right? So we have Dalton's atomic theory, you have studied, right? Dalton, right? So therefore it is discovered by Dalton and gave Dalton's atomic theory. Then what Dalton says? So Dalton says that atom is a smallest particle of matter. It is a smallest particle of matter which cannot be divided further. That means atom is a smallest particle which cannot be divided further. So therefore atom is a smallest particle. Then, so it's all right, and we know that atom has, now later we have studied atom is a spherical in shape, right? So atom contain nucleus which is situated where? Center of atom, and this atom also has electrons. So atom also contain electrons. It is a nucleus, right, which is having positive charge and situated center of atom, and there is a electron. So here electrons revolve around the nucleus in a circular path. So these circular paths are called orbit. This is also we have studied in 11th standard, right? So this here, now nucleus has positive charge and electron has negative charge. So therefore both are having opposite charges. Since electrons are, right, negative charges and it is a nucleus is positive charge, then what happened? This nucleus, continuously strongly attract the electron towards its side, so that electrons are continuously revolving around the nucleus, and they are having force of attraction. At the same time, so electrons having force of attraction between nucleus and electron. At the same time, they are also having two kind of forces. That is one centripetal force, centrifugal force. So centripetal force towards nucleus, centrifugal force away from the nucleus. Both centripetal as well as centrifugal forces are opposite in direction. Therefore, so now both are balanced. Therefore, electron continuously revolve around the nucleus. So, and moreover, this is we studied later in atomic structure. Now here I want nucleus. So nucleus containing proton plus neutron. Proton has positive charge and neutron has nil, no charge. There is no charge for neutron. Okay, electrically neutral, whereas electron has negative charges. Right. Next, when we study atom, we also study about molecule. Come on, tell me, what are molecules? It's very simple. Molecules are nothing but a group of atoms. When two or more atoms combines together, it's form molecule. So therefore, molecules are nothing but it is group of atoms. A group of atom is called nothing but molecules. Therefore, molecule may contain 2 atom, 3 atom, 4 atom, more than 4, 5 atom also possible. So therefore, it is molecule. Next, then now atom has some important characteristics. We study about atom, some important characteristic. One, atomic number. atomic number 2, atomic mass, atomic mass, right? So atom has particular atomic number, and it also has atomic mass, and molecules having molecular mass, or molecular weight. Then both atoms and molecules having one more important property is equivalent mass. Equivalent mass or equivalent weight also. So therefore, in this class we are going to study about these 4 important points. 1, atomic number, atomic mass, molecular mass, equivalent mass. Let's study one by one. First one is atomic number, right? Atomic number. Atomic number. So this atomic number was discovered by scientist called Moseley. It is discovered by Moseley. Then how the atomic number discovered? Moseley. By what experiment? See, now here Moseley discovered atomic number by bombarding the atom with X-ray. Now what he has done is, he took atom, right? Atom has nucleus, of course electron. So he bombarded the atom with X-ray. Sorry, not X-ray, it is cathode ray. He bombarded the atom with cathode ray, not X-ray, cathode ray. Then, so when atom was bombarded with cathode ray, so this, by bombardment of this cathode rays, which produces X-ray, characteristic frequencies of X-ray. Okay, so therefore, so here atom produces characteristic frequencies of X-ray. Therefore, and so when Moseley was bombarded the atom with cathode rays which produce characteristic frequencies of X-ray, then he has given the mathematical expression for atomic number and frequencies of X-ray, that is root nu is equals to Z into A minus B. Okay. So therefore, this is the relation between frequencies of X-ray, and this is Z is atomic number, where A and B are constant. So therefore, root nu is equals to A into Z minus B. So this is the mathematical expression. Right. So this equation is called Moseley's equation. Root nu is equals to A into Z minus B, where nu is equals to frequency of X-ray, Z is equals to atomic number, and where A and B are constants, right? So this is the discovery of atomic number. So next is atomic mass. So what is atomic mass? How to calculate atomic mass? And what is the importance of atomic mass? Let's see in detail one by one. Atomic mass. Atomic mass also called atomic weight also. You can say it is atomic weight. Right here. So every element has characteristic atomic number. Every element has characteristic atomic number. That means, so no two elements having same atomic number. For example, atomic number of hydrogen is 1, atomic number of helium 2, lithium 3. So therefore lithium is 3. No other element having atomic number is 3 other than lithium. So therefore atomic number is the characteristic property of so each and every element. Okay, then what about atomic mass? So atomic mass is nothing but mass of atom. Just like, you take the chalk piece. So what is the chalk piece mass? Take the chalk piece, keep on weighing machine, you will get the weight, you will get the mass. That is the chalk piece mass or chalk piece weight. Like that, similarly, take atom, keep on weighing machine, you will get value. Is it possible? Not, because atom is a smallest particle which cannot be divided further. You cannot see with naked eyes. So therefore it is not possible to see with even naked eyes. So then where is the question of weighing, right? So therefore, so atomic mass or atomic weight is nothing but mass of atom, but you cannot get directly. You cannot get directly. That is not possible. Then what we do? So what the scientists have done is they have taken carbon 12. This is a C12 isotope, carbon 12 isotope, and arbitrarily it is fixed that its mass is equals to 12 AMU. The mass of carbon atom is 12 AMU. How? Who measured? What is the measurement? Nothing. It is arbitrarily fixed. Therefore, it is arbitrarily fixed that its mass is equals to 12 AMU. Then next, what they have done is they have divided this atom into 12 parts. Twelve equal parts. So they divided into this atom into 12 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So therefore all 12 are equal parts. Then so this total mass is equals to 12 AMU. Then take this one part, any one part, because all are equal. Then what is the one part? One part is 1 AMU, atomic mass unit, right? So therefore this one part becomes 1 AMU, 1 AMU. Then how do you define AMU? Atomic mass unit can be defined as it is a 1 by 12th mass of C12 isotope is called 1 AMU. It is 1 by 12th mass of carbon 12 isotope, right? So 1 by 12th mass of carbon 12 isotope is called AMU, atomic mass unit. Okay, so later its value also, absolute value also given, absolute value of AMU, it is approximately 1 AMU is equals to 1.66 into 10 power minus 24 grams, its absolute value. So therefore now here onwards you can use, so 1 AMU is equals to 1.66 into 10 power minus 24. If you want in kilogram, 1 AMU is equals to 1.66 into 10 power minus 27 kilogram also taken, right? Then what is the atomic mass? Now we wanted to study atomic mass. Right. Right, atomic mass. So atomic mass is defined as it is the ratio of average mass of one atom of element, average mass of one atom of element to the 1 by 12th mass of C12 isotope is called atomic mass. So therefore it is a ratio of average mass of one atom of element to the 1/12th mass of 1/12th mass of C12 isotope is called atomic mass. So therefore atomic mass is nothing but it is the ratio of average mass of one atom of element to the 1/12th mass of C12 isotope. So therefore you can write formula also, atomic mass is equals to, it is the ratio of average mass of one atom of element, average mass of one atom of element divided by, it is 1/12th mass of carbon 12 isotope. But we know that 1/12th mass of carbon 12 is nothing but it is 1 AMU, which is equals to 1 AMU. So therefore you can write in place of 1/12th mass of C12 it is equals to 1 AMU, called atomic mass, right? So this is the definition of atomic mass. Okay, then we have example. Let us take atomic mass of helium. We know that atomic mass of helium is equals to 4, or you can take 4 AMU. So what is the meaning of atomic mass of helium is equals to 4 AMU? It means helium atom is how many times? 4 times larger than or 4 times heavier than 1 AMU. So therefore it means so helium atom is 4 times heavier than 1/12th mass C12 isotope. So that means helium atom is 4 times heavier than the 1/12th mass of C12. This 1/12th mass of C12 is nothing but 1 AMU. So therefore helium atom is 4 times heavier than 1 AMU. That's what helium is, 4 AMU. Like similarly, take one more example, atomic mass of oxygen. So we all know that atomic mass of oxygen is 16 or 16 AMU. So what is the meaning of 16 AMU? It means oxygen atom is 16 times heavier than 1 AMU or 16 times heavier than 1/12th mass of C12 isotope. So it means oxygen atom is 16 times heavier than 1 AMU or 1/12th mass of C12 isotope. So on you can write many example. Next point. Then what is the unit of atomic mass? There is no unit. So atomic mass has no unit. Why? Atomic mass is a comparison value. It is a relative value. How? Like we are taking here we have taken helium. Helium is 4 times heavier. Means we are comparing helium is how many times heavier than 1 AMU? 4 times. Therefore it is a comparison value or relative value. So comparison value, relative values doesn't have any units. Like for example, you can take, I have 2 chalk pieces. One is a shorter one, one is a longer one. This longer one is 3 times longer than shorter one. Longer chalk piece is 3 times longer than shorter one. What is unit? centimeter, meter, kilometer? Nothing. So it has no unit because it is a comparison value. Similarly, here also we are comparing the atomic masses with 1 AMU with 1/12 mass of C12 isotope. It means, so it is a comparison value, therefore it has no units. Important, atomic mass has no unit. It has no units because it is a relative value or comparison value. All right, so this is relative value, comparison value, therefore it has no unit. But if you take atomic masses are in grams, we used to call gram atomic mass. So therefore next we study about gram atomic mass. So what is gram atomic mass? So gram atomic mass is nothing but if atomic mass is expressed in grams, if atomic mass is expressed in grams. If the atomic mass of any atom is expressed in grams, it is called gram atomic mass. Gram atomic mass. For example, the atomic mass of helium. So already we heard an atomic mass of helium is 4. It is just 4, or else you can take 4 AMU. Atomic mass of helium is 4, therefore its gram atomic mass is equals to gram atomic mass equal to 4 gram. Therefore 4 gram is a gram atomic mass of helium. Similarly, atomic mass of oxygen is 16 AMU. Then what is the gram atomic mass? Its gram atomic mass is equals to 16 grams. Like that you can write gram atomic mass of any element. Okay, now so far we have completed what is atomic number and atomic mass. Now let's see atomic number and atomic masses of different elements. Right, element atomic number denoted by Z and atomic mass. Students, atomic mass and mass number both are different. We are studying atomic mass. Okay, element hydrogen, atomic number is 1, helium 2, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus. So helium 2, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, atomic number 6, 7, 8, it is 9, 10, 11, atomic number 12, it is 13, 14, atomic number 15. So atomic number you can remember easily, but important is atomic mass. So atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. So there is only one element whose atomic number is equals to atomic mass. The reason is hydrogen doesn't have neutron, it has only one proton. So therefore hydrogen has only one proton, there is no neutron in hydrogen atom. Its atomic number, atomic mass is 1. So exactly is 1.008, but we take approximately 1. Okay, you can take 1. We are writing approximate values, you can remember easily. Then helium, atomic mass is 4. Next lithium, it is 7. Beryllium 9, boron 11, carbon 12, nitrogen 14, oxygen 16, fluorine 19, it is neon 20, it is 23 sodium, magnesium 24 approximately, aluminium 27, silicon 28, phosphorus 30 1. See students, you can remember easily how. Generally atomic mass is double, most of the time double to the atomic number, sometimes double plus 1 or double plus 2 also, double plus 1, double plus 2. See here it is 2 4 double, but lithium, beryllium, boron, in these three cases double plus 1, atomic mass is a double plus 1. Then here next is in carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, in these three cases carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, it is just double. Next here is 9 19 double plus 1, here is double only, it is a double plus 2, it is double only. So like that you can remember where the double plus 1 and where the double. Next it is phosphorus, next is sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium. Let us take atomic numbers 16, it is 17, 18, 19, 20. Right. Then sulfur, it is 32, this is 35.5 chlorine, and argon is 40, important. Potassium is 39, this is 40. Okay, so this is till 20, element 20. Next we have scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. So their atomic number from 21 to 30 only. So atomic number from scandium to zinc is 30. Scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. So 21 to 30, but atomic mass are important. Scandium 45, 48, 51, chromium is 52, manganese 55, iron 56, cobalt, nickel 15, 15, approximately both are same. I have written approximate values. Next copper 63.5, zinc is 65.3. See here, it just reverse. 63.5, it is 65.3, like that you can remember. So these are the atomic masses of element 1 to 30, you must remember. Okay, then what is the use of atomic mass? Okay, atomic number, you know it, atomic mass, right? So you know atomic number, let's see first atomic number. Atomic number, it is represented by Z, and it is discovered by Moseley. Already we have studied Moseley equation also, mathematical expression Moseley's, that is root nu is equals to A into Z minus B, that already written. Now what atomic number represents? Atomic number represents the number of protons present in the nucleus of atom. Therefore atomic number is nothing but the number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom, right? So the number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom is called atomic number, which is denoted by Z. It means atomic number of hydrogen is 1. It means hydrogen has 1 proton. Atomic number of helium 2 proton, lithium 3 proton, 4 5 6 7 8 9 etc. So therefore atomic number just represents the number of proton present in the nucleus. Okay, then next we have mass number, not atomic mass. Students, both are different. I am writing mass number, which is denoted by A. Mass number is A. So what is the mass number? So mass number is the number of protons plus neutron. It means sum of the protons and neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom is called mass number. So therefore mass number is sum of the SUM, sum of the protons and neutrons, sum of the protons and neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom, right? Sum of the protons and neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom is called mass number. So therefore mass number denoted by A, which is equals to proton plus neutron. So only proton is atomic number, therefore A is equals to atomic number is Z plus neutron is N, therefore A also equal to Z plus N. Then from this formula it is possible to calculate number of neutrons, therefore here neutron is equals to A minus Z. Number of neutrons is equals to mass number minus atomic number, which gives number of neutrons. Now, so this is a mass number is A. Then what is atomic mass? Whether both are same? No. Atomic mass already we have studied. How do you calculate atomic masses? It is relative value. Atomic mass is a relative value, it has no unit. If atomic mass expressed in grams is called gram atomic mass, that already we have studied, that is atomic mass. Okay, atomic mass is a relative value. We have compared the atomic mass with 1 AMU. But what is the mass number? Mass number is a sum of the proton plus neutron. Therefore both atomic number, mass number are different. In fact, most of the students feel they both are same, values are same. Values approximately same, very near, sometimes same also, but the concept of atomic mass and mass number both are different. Okay, then next is now where the mass number is mass number, that's over. Where the atomic mass is used. Atomic mass is used to calculate the molecular masses and equivalent masses. So therefore next our concept is molecular mass and equivalent mass.